Welcome to a Questions from the Closet bonus episode.
We are excited to talk to you tonight about something very serious.
It is so serious.
It's not serious at all.
Not even a little.
And the reason is we're overworked, we're tired. I am not in the headspace to record anything serious tonight.
And we have barely been in the same state, Charlie, Mike, and I, for a long time.
So I thought, you know what? Let's just do something fun, entertaining, get to know us, I guess. And Ben and I have both chosen 9 questions that we're going to ask each other. Conversation starters,
Yeah.
if you will. So Ben, why don't you kick it off?
Okay, Charlie, what's the funniest place you've ever fallen asleep?
I don't really fall asleep that much in public. Like I can't even fall asleep at night. It takes me like hours.
Yeah, you don't
sometimes.
sleep on an
It's
airplane
called
even.
Insomnia. One time I was so tired. It was during homecoming week, my senior year at BYU. I fell asleep on the floor of the Wilk.
Oh, wow.
And that was kind of jarring when I woke up. Yeah, I feel like that's probably the funniest. Do you fall asleep in places?
No, I'm also not a good sleeper, but I have slept on my office floor once,
Yeah.
but it was on purpose.
Long week.
Yeah, it was right before the BYU Belong concert. I was very overwhelmed.
You should have
and tired.
done it like George Costanza. Have you seen that episode of
Yeah.
Seinfeld where he puts like a little mattress under his desk?
I had no mattress. I just laid on the floor.
Okay, Ben. If you had to change your name, just your first name, what would you change it to?
If I had to, because I wouldn't. I love my first name.
I know, but you have to.
Okay, in fact, when I was moving to Tucson, I was like, I should reinvent myself. Maybe I should go by like Benji or Benjamin. I was like, no, that's stupid.
You're going to reinvent yourself?
That's so stupid. So I didn't change my name, but I did change my hairstyle. That's when I started partying my hair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Such a daring reinvention.
I know.
Okay, so what would your name be?
If I had to change it,
Yes.
I just want to go by my middle name, James.
That's not a change.
Okay, fine.
Xavier. That's your new name.
Could I go by Benjamin, the Spanish version?
That's the same thing.
I know. I just really like my name. What would you do?
Okay, so I would definitely go by Jake, because Jake is like...
You are so a Jake.
Jake is the hotter, cooler, like the better version of me who like you meet at a party and he's so mysterious.
Uh-huh.
I would like Jake's my party name. I would love to be Jake.
Great.
He's like my alter ego. Also though, when I was working in the Department of Commerce for that summer, I was like, I'm going to be more professional. I guess in a way it was a reinvention, but professionally at work, I said my name was Charles, and because that's my real name.
Yeah.
I wanted everyone to call me Charles. But after like 2 weeks, the coworkers that I got to know well and was friends with, they would call me Charles, and I was like, that's so insincere, because they didn't know the real me.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay, Charlie, if your hometown, Willard, was a food, what food would it be?
It would probably be barbecue, I guess, because of downtown barbecue. But it
Yeah.
did go out of business. But there is Korean Garden that's at the old gas station. So these days it'd probably just be Korean Garden.
So a small town in Missouri, if it were a food, it would be Korean food?
Here's the deal. Well, cashew chicken was invented there.
Oh,
Did you know
really?
that? In Springfield, which is just up the road.
Oh.
Or down the road. I think it's south.
It is south. I looked at a
is.
map.
But yeah, it's a gas station Korean would be my town's food. What about yours?
Mine would be clam chowder.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't get clam chowder when we were in Everett, and I was secretly really happy we didn't have time.
It's good. It's really
'cause
good.
I don't really like seafood that
I
much.
love clam chowder and seafood.
Okay, if you could travel back in time to any point in history, where would you go?
Oh, this is going to sound so lame, but I would love to see like original Nauvoo in like the 1840s. I know. It's true
Oh
though.
my gosh, of everything that's ever happened in history, you want to see Nauvoo in the
Yeah.
1800s.
I really like Nauvoo.
Oh my gosh, Ben.
That'd be so fun.
That is amazing. I would...
Imagine brick buildings, all these immigrants showing up, secret polygamy.
Oh my gosh. Imagine Cleopatra reigning over everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely go like ancient Greece or ancient Egypt.
All right, that'd be fun too.
And you know what? I'd go to ancient Egypt and I'd just walk to Greece. It'd take a really long time.
It is really close. What would be the silliest feature of your dream house?
Silliest feature. I always wanted a fireman's pole.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'd just be so fun to like be on like the 3rd floor and like zip down to the -7th floor. That's right. My dream house is very big.
Yeah. That would be very big.
Oh, I might switch that to a trampoline room.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Full gym. Pools.
That'd be really cool.
The options are endless.
So endless. Okay, this is my dream home, and it's not a silly
Wait,
feature.
let me guess. Is it an original copy of the Book of Mormon?
I just want to live inside the Word of God. No, it's worse. So you know how I love saguaro cacti?
Okay.
My dream home is like a regular sized saguaro, but the house is inside of it, like with circular rooms.
And you get little. when
Yeah, and
go in.
as you approach it, you shrink down.
That's really cute.
That's like my dream. You know, Luna Lovegood's dad.
Yeah.
Like their house. I forget. Like it's kind of circular like that. I kind of imagine it being like that, like with circular rooms. So I want to
That's
live.
nice.
I want to live inside a magical saguaro.
Oh, that's really cute. I like that. Okay, if you're competing on a cooking show, you make one dish. What do you make?
Okay, so I'm not a cook.
We're both not cooks. That's why I chose it.
Let's see. There is one dish I make that's pretty good. Baked ziti. So I'd make a baked ziti.
Isn't that just like pasta with some cheese on top?
Yeah, and sour cream and more chease. But it's really
You're
good.
that bad of a cook?
It's really good. I'll make it for you sometime.
Well, my answer is scrambled eggs. Because I am that bad of a cook.
Hey, you made
Eggs, salt, pepper,
you made those eggs that weren't scrambled, like sunny side up eggs one time
sunny side up eggs.
when we were in Idaho.
Oh yeah.
Those were good.
Thanks. I'm good at eggs. I've practiced.
Okay, what's the most awkward date you've ever been on?
I've been on a lot of awkward dates. Guy or girl?
I don't care. But for the kids, girl.
No, the kid. It's not bad to be gay. It's not dangerous to the kids. I guess like dates where I've broken up with girls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I've actually had really awkward dates.
Uh-huh.
And I went on a date with a guy once, and it was a total catfish situation.
Oh.
They were like nothing like I had anticipated from seeing pictures of them on Instagram.
Oh, he was catfishing you, not the other way around.
Yeah, he was. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, I got catfished, and it was very awkward. And this person was. I feel bad because what if they listen? There's no chance this person's listening.
There's no
But I
chance.
just like feel weird putting this into the world. But yeah, he was like really excited to be on the date with me. And I was like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh.
Like, we're not compatible. I was not attracted to him. And I've always said, like, if I'm going to like go through so much stress and anxiety to be able to go on a date with someone I'm attracted to, I better be attracted to the person, right?
Fair.
Like after all said and done. But it was so awkward. And he was like, attached to me. And I was like, okay, I gotta go. Bye. And then I got like a text every hour for the next 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah, it
That's
was bad.
intense. I think the worst date I ever went on, one of my friends from my mission, I hadn't talked to him for a few years, felt like calling him. I called him. He's like, hey, my girlfriend's best friend is awesome. You guys would get along so well. You should take her on a date. This was when I was like 22. So I called her. We set up this date. She lived in American Fork, which is like 25 minutes away. And this was before we had cell phones with GPS. And I printed out directions on how to get there, and I got very lost. And I finally just got so lost. You know, in Utah, there's like a grid pattern. So I just like drove towards the address and finally found it. I was like a half an hour late. She was not excited to be on the date. We went to this place called the Purple Turtle, which wasn't great. Sorry for anyone who loves it. And then after like a half an hour, she was like, so I should go home. I have to do homework. I was like, okay. And it was just really uncomfortable.
That sounds good though, because you got out of a date you didn't want to be on.
Yeah, it was nice, but it was kind of uncomfortable.
Nice tactic.
And this wasn't an awkward date I've been on. Like the date wasn't bad, but there was like one awkward part to a date. The only date I've been on with a guy actually. And this is way back in Arizona. And he asked me who my celebrity crush was. I probably said Ryan Reynolds. And he said his was Anderson Cooper. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have parted gray hair. He just likes me because I look a little like Anderson Cooper. For some reason that made me
I
uncomfortable.
don't think you look like Anderson Cooper. I told my dad Anderson Cooper was handsome once, and my dad was like really mad at that. He's like, he's not handsome. I'm like, he is, Dad. And
He's
like,
handsome.
No, but it just like had never occurred to him in his life
That Anderson Cooper would be
that
handsome.
could possibly be handsome. I was like, Dad, everyone thinks he's handsome. It was a big moment.
Oh.
Okay. Did you ever have an imaginary friend?
No, I did not.
Really?
I mean, I had like stuffed animals, but not like, they were like my friends.
What was your favorite? So you were friends with inanimate objects?
Yeah, but I didn't have like, but they were like substantive. They were like,
Okay, like what kind
Yeah.
of, what was it, like a little turtle?
I had 2 tigers that I was close with.
Wow.
One I named after a girl I had a crush on in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
Her name was Alin.
Oh.
And then a Bengal tiger named, ironically enough, Bengal.
Wow. I had an imaginary friend who was a real goose.
Wait. You were friends with an actual goose.
Well, every goose, there's a lot of geese that flew over my house in their V formation. I just thought I was fascinated by it. And the goose at the lead was Honker. That was his name.
That makes sense.
And he was my imaginary friend, and he always led every goose pack. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
there he is again. He's so good. He never gets tired.
Oh, what a goose. Charlie, what word do you always mispronounce?
Niche or niche. But I think it's niche.
I think they're both approved pronunciations.
Well, it's just taken me a long time to settle on one. And so every time I say it, I get really nervous that I'm saying the wrong one.
like GIF or GIF.
Yeah, but I just always say GIF.
Okay.
Do you
Yeah.
guys say GIF?
I go back and forth because I've been corrected so many times. I'm now confused.
Choosy moms and dads choose GIF.
There you go.
There's also, for a long time, I spelled every word in the world correctly except for definitely. And so I just had to like write it 20 times and then I got it. For some reason, that one always tripped me up.
Huh. That's funny. I have trouble saying the word regularly for some reason.
Regularly?
Regularly. I stumble on it a lot.
Say it in Spanish.
Regularmente.
Arrugularmente.
No.
Arugula.
No, it's not. No. Regularmente.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Say it again.
No. But I think the word I most hear mispronounced is shalati.
Schlady.
No,
Schlady.
no,
Schlady.
Shalati.
Ben Schlady.
Shalati.
Ben Shalati.
No, it's shalati.
Ben Shillity.
No, it's definitely shalati.
Daddy Shalati.
No, I mean, if that helps you with the pronunciation, it does rhyme with daddy.
Awesome. Okay, what's the silliest way you've been injured?
Let's see. The silliest way I've been. Oh, this is actually, I forgot this happened. So when I was 24 and attending BYU, I got on this kick that I was going to make my bed every day. So I like made my bed, but it was like super nicely made. So when I got into bed, I like just folded the blanket back a little bit, but not all the way. Then I like sat on my bed and I, in one motion, like leaned back and pulled the covers over me. But when I did that, I wasn't far enough down the bed and my head super hard banged into the shelf behind. And then my knee flew into my face and gave me a bloody nose.
Oh my gosh.
That is the silliest
Were you
way.
alone?
No, my roommate Craig saw everything.
Oh my gosh.
It was very embarrassing. And it was in that same apartment where I fainted for the first time ever.
You fainted?
Yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and I went to the bathroom, and then I just like fainted in the bathroom. And he knocked on the
Weird.
door. He's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I'm fine. I'm just laying on the ground." He's
How
like,
old were you?
I was 24.
That happened to my friend Sarah when he was 24.
Yeah?
He woke up, ate a banana, and fainted.
Huh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I fainted since.
Interesting.
Yeah. How about you?
Okay, so I created this like Cosmo alter ego called Toe Touch Cosmo. And I always joked that I was going to do a bunch of toe touches as Cosmo, which is like, I would never have actually done that, but I liked gassing up everybody else on the dunk team, making them think that I was going to do this because that's just like not on brand for Cosmo, right?
Doing toe touches?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because it's like, that's like a very cheer move. It's a very like girl cheer move. And Cosmo's like this like
Super masculine,
prowly
cougar.
cat
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, okay.
So toe touch Cosmo, and they were like, "Oh yeah, well show us how many toe touches you could do." And I was like, "Fine, I will." And I did toe touches for like 2 minutes in the gymnastics room, and I threw out my back,
Oh no.
and all my teammates saw it. It was so embarrassing. And so like I was like hobbling for the next 2 weeks, and like, "Hey, how's toe touch Cosmo?" Shut up.
That is very
It
funny.
was funny.
If you could only wear one color for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Black, because it can be fashionable or sporty.
Very accurate.
Yeah. What
You're
about
wearing
you?
black right now.
Yeah.
I would have picked blue.
BYU blue.
I love blue. Blue is my favorite
But
color.
that's all you can wear. Monochromatic blue is what you're gonna wear forever.
well, is it just like, is it
You have to wear a blue shirt. You have to wear every coat, pants.
but is it shades of blue? If it's shades of blue, totally.
No, I don't think it's shades of blue because
if
that's
it's-
more than one
If
color.
it's shades of blue, I do that every day.
That's 2 colors though. It has to be one solid color.
I wore 3 shades of blue yesterday.
50 Shades of Gray.
No, 3 shades of blue. That's gonna be that'll be my memoir about my time at BYU.
3 shades of blue.
3 shades of blue.
Not very exciting.
There will only be
lots
3
of
chapters.
contrast. No, I think it's just one color. Do you still choose blue? I'm surprised you didn't choose white. Because how are you going to serve in the temple if you're wearing blue, Ben?
That's fair. I'll pick
What
white.
will the people of Nauvoo say?
I don't think they wore white in the temple back then.
Really?
No, that didn't start until the St. George Temple.
Really?
Didn't you read Saints Volume 1?
I have not. I should.
No, that's Volume 2. They talk about it there. Yeah. Anyway, you should read Saints Volume 2 and 3. But
Okay.
read the first one first.
What's the worst purchase you've ever made?
Oh, the worst purchase I've ever made. I don't know. I have made a bunch of bad purchases.
Tell everyone about those shoes that didn't have laces.
Oh my gosh, I'm wearing them right now.
I can't believe you.
Okay, so I have been the victim of targeted marketing on the internet many times.
They're so ugly.
And there was this pair of shoes that had like a rainbow side that I thought were really cute, and I bought them, and they're called pseudo shoes, and it's all just printed on. It's not actual laces. And then I was like, oh, that is so stupid. And so I was going to send them back, and I forgot, and I wear them all the time.
That's so funny. They are ugly.
You don't like them?
From a distance, they look fine. Actually.
Yeah, I wear them when I have to like go somewhere and like take off my shoes fast because they're slip-ons.
Do you have to take off your shoes fast a lot?
I mean, they're just like easy to come on and off. I'm like going to someone's house where you take off your shoes.
Oh wow. Okay, worst purchase I've made. Pretty much online clothes. I never send anything back. So like anything I order on Amazon that doesn't work or doesn't fit, I just forget about, and then it just like rots in my house for a while until I take it to the DI. So you're welcome for clothing you, anyone with bad taste.
Charlie single-handedly stalks the Provo DI. If you could change the ending of any famous movie, which movie would it be? What would the new ending be?
You know what? This is going to be really controversial, but I would change the ending of the 7th Harry Potter, and Ron Weasley would die.
How?
I don't care, just like in the Battle of Hogwarts or like even earlier than that, because it just doesn't make sense that all 3 of them live. And it has to be Ron that dies, because in the end, there's no way he's good enough for Hermione. That was just like forced to make fans happy and not like crush the hearts of young people reading everywhere. Because I think I saw a figure like more young people read during that series than like any other time ever, which makes sense. And I just feel like Hermione should be like a strong, independent woman who doesn't need a man to complete her, and like lives with this hollowness that Ron's dead, but not from a romantic space.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of a confused romantic space, but she's strong anyway. And Harry replaces Ron as like pseudo Shoe. As like pseudo Weasley brother to make up for his absence. It just makes sense.
Yeah. That would be a good ending. I would change the ending to Frozen 2. I think at the end of Frozen 2, Elsa should not have saved Arendelle, and it should have been destroyed in that huge wave, and they all should have worked together to rebuild it. I think that is a better...
Okay, literally you're only saying that because you like that other movie that's newer. What is it called?
Which one?
The one where the house gets destroyed and they rebuild it together.
Oh, Encanto.
Yeah.
I actually do really like that.
You just want Frozen 2 to be Encanto.
Maybe. I really liked Encanto. I love it when the villain is just intergenerational family trauma.
But it's really nice when she uses her powers to create that big ice wall. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
But you would have rather had the destruction of a historic castle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, quote that, everyone. Mark that on the records. Okay, what is your biggest cooking disaster?
Okay, so shortly after I moved into Charlotte's house, I was making something, and then it burned and smoked up the whole house. And
What were you cooking?
I don't remember.
Was it baked ziti?
No, it wasn't baked ziti. It was something in a pan. And I didn't know how to turn off the smoke alarm. Like I was new to the house. I didn't know how anything worked. I mean, it's not that hard, but I had to like air out the house. And Charlotte came home. I didn't know her super well, and I was very embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Similar experience also with scrambled eggs for me. I worked really hard to learn how to make them. But when I moved to New York, I lived in a walk-up apartment. I was on the second floor.
That's not very far.
I know, but there were like much more floors above me.
Oh.
And trying to make scrambled eggs to master it, I set off the fire alarm 5 times in my first week. And this wasn't just the fire alarm in my apartment. This is like the building. It was very embarrassing. But the good thing was nobody knew it was me, but everyone was just mad. Mm-hmm. So,
Charlie, if you could wake up having gained any one ability or talent, what would it be?
like any ability, like ever, like even ones that don't exist?
Yeah.
Teleportation.
Okay.
Easy.
That's
But with the rule of teleportation, I believe, is that you can't just teleport to anywhere. You can only teleport back to a place you've already been before.
yeah. Isn't that how it works with apparating in Harry Potter?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, apparition then.
Great. Don't get splinched.
Ugh, I would never.
Yeah.
Ron should have got splinched. He did.
Mine is much less cool. I would just love to be able to play the piano.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could actually do that.
I know.
You could just take some lessons.
I'd also love to be able to sing. If I could like sing and play the piano, that'd be like my dream.
Tina taught me how to play piano from the ward.
Oh.
She did a great job, but I quit when I was 14. I regret that.
That's too bad.
Listen, everybody, keep taking piano lessons. You're going to regret it.
And if you're me, you just start.
Yeah, you should. What stops you?
Time commitment.
Really?
Yeah. And most of my life I haven't had a piano, but there's a piano here.
Yeah. Okay, Ben, what did you last Google?
The last thing I Googled, so I did a bunch of Chat GPT research today.
You're going to have to explain what that is.
Chat GPT is a new AI, artificial intelligence. Well, it's not new, but it's publicly available
Are you trying to
recently.
sell me something?
No. And you can type in a question or parameters and it will write something for you. So today I had it like write me a limerick about the word rad and a sonnet about watering a cactus on the first day of the month. And it did it. And it was really good. And I was learning about it because people are using it to write papers and cheat on tests and stuff. So I think I Googled that. Not very sexy thing to Google, but that's what I was Googling.
Last thing I Googled was houses for sale in the area. Not that I have the funds to buy one. I just like to see what's going on. And I like to imagine myself buying a house and renovating it.
Oh, yeah.
I probably waste too much time doing that. I know, like, I have a friend who's actually looking for houses. He was like, I found the greatest property. It's like over here. And I was like, yeah, it costs this much. It has this many bedrooms. Like, gave him the stats. And he was like, yeah, how'd you know? I was like, I saw it yesterday.
You're like, I know. Those are all my questions.
Really?
Yeah.
Those are all my questions.
I guess we're
but
done.
I had fun, but I want to do more.
You want to do more?
I don't know.
Do you think the listeners want more?
They should.
I don't know.
I think this has been really good. Okay. This was fun. We should do it again sometime.
Just random questions again?
I kind of liked it.
Yeah. One of the questions I skipped was, if someone were to write a book about your life, what would it be called? And
Without the mask.
I was like, a walk in his shoes.
That's funny. I skipped one too, which was, if you could master any skill, what would it be?
Piano.
I know. We already talked about that one. You had that one. Oh, actually, I did have one more. Do you collect anything?
I do. You can see them right there.
Hearts?
No,
broken hearts?
No, I collect magnets.
What's your favorite magnet?
I don't have a favorite magnet in particular.
That's so rude because there's literally the gay Cosmo magnet right there.
That's not a magnet. It's just a sticker that I put.
That you magnetized?
No, it's just held up by magnets.
That's nice of you.
But I really liked it. I gave you one even, and I have that in my office too. But I really like vintage travel posters, and so I like the magnets that look like vintage travel posters.
Because it's a small version of the poster.
Yes. And I started collecting them because I went to Europe when I was 25 and like went to 10 countries over a month, and I was backpacking, so I didn't have any, and it was winter, so clothes were thicker, and so I didn't have any room in my bag for any souvenirs. And I came back from a month in Europe and had nothing. I was really sad about that. And then I went back to Europe again and didn't get any souvenirs. And then I went to Kartchner Caverns, which is the state park near Tucson that's really beautiful. It's a cavern. And if you're in Southern Arizona, you should 100% go. It's gorgeous. And then I was like, I should get a magnet. I should start collecting magnets. And there it is right there. My first magnet, Kartchner Caverns. And now I have over 100.
Wow.
I've spent hundreds of dollars on magnets. Maybe that is my worst purchase.
You're really a victim, aren't you?
Yeah.
They really got you.
Yeah.
I collect crystals, rocks and crystals. I've been collecting them since I was a kid. And as I get older, they get increasingly more intricate and expensive, which I love. Mm-hmm. But also, I spend way too much money on rocks.
There you go.
Like actually today I was cleaning up my apartment. I was like, there's a lot of rocks lying around here. Mm-hmm. Hopefully one day I'll have a way to display them all.
Like a shelf?
Like a house.
Okay.
On Zillow.
Because getting a shelf is
No,
not that
but
hard.
like I can't. But it's like I'm not in like a nice place where I can like display them in the way that they deserve display.
In my last house, my last few places I've lived, I put my magnets on the fridge, but I didn't want to put mine on Charlotte's fridge. Yeah. So I have a magnet board and that, what do you call that? A filing cabinet. So there you go.
Well, everyone, that was our bonus episode. That was really fun.
I had fun.
I enjoyed that. I feel like that was a lot easier than doing something emotionally charging.
Yeah.
So thanks, everyone.
So, Charlie, what trauma have you experienced as a gay member of the church? I'm just kidding.
Let's just say it's ongoing. Anyway, bye, everyone. We love you. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.